Chosen one, you didn't just stumble upon this. A profound shift is underway in your life, meticulously aligned by something far greater than chance. You are standing on the edge of a supernatural transformation, a divine wealth transfer designed specifically for you. Feel it? A holy unfolding is happening deep within your spirit, right now. What felt delayed is dissolving into divine acceleration. The universe declares blessings upon you, without sorrow. This promise is reaching out for you. Open your heart. Lean in. The unseen is speaking, and your breakthrough is already in motion. This isn't coincidence. You're inside a divine moment, shaped for you long before you ever knew. The Holy Spirit has been stirring something profound within you. Shifting your perception, rearranging your inner world, positioning you for a transformation that will change not just who you are, but the world around you. I speak this not as poetry, but from experience. I've watched the divine move in ways that still leave me in awe. There's a point in every chosen journey when whispers become movements you sense before you see. It's that moment when what used to feel like endless delays suddenly clicks into divine alignment. The confusion that once weighed you down begins to dissipate. That heaviness in your spirit. It's lifting, though you can't quite pinpoint why. This, chosen one, is the beginning of your true transformation. This is heaven making itself known in subtle, yet undeniable ways. And if you're honest, you've felt it lately. That quiet shift, that internal rearrangement. Old desires are losing their grip. Ancient wounds resurfacing, not to torment you, but for profound healing. Prayers you'd forgotten are waking up again. Even your thoughts are stretching toward possibilities you once abandoned as impossible. I know that feeling. I remember seasons where the divine worked beneath the surface of my life, changing me before changing anything around me. Spiritual transformation rarely announces itself with fanfare. It often slips in quietly, reshaping your mind before reshaping your circumstances. Chosen one, this is precisely what is unfolding for you now. Your spirit is aligning with sacred timing. Your mind is being renewed in ways you don't fully see yet. The Holy Spirit isn't simply comforting you, He is constructing you, rebuilding you into someone capable of holding what you've been asking for. Because the truth is, heaven never releases what you are not yet strengthened to carry. And right now, the divine is making you stronger, not by force, but through a refining fire. Embrace this process. You may not realize it yet, but you are stepping into a season where the invisible becomes visible. What you prayed for in private will begin to manifest in public. What you sowed in tears will become a harvest of clarity. A harvest of direction and supernatural opportunity. I've walked through such moments, seasons where it felt like everything was falling apart, only to discover later that everything was falling into perfect place. And often, the first sign of divine alignment wasn't open doors, but an inner quietness. A profound peace that made no logical sense. A sudden clarity that came without explanation. This is your moment of spiritual reformation. Not just an improvement of your old self, but the powerful emergence of your real self. The version of you heaven has known all along. This is why old patterns have stopped satisfying you. This is why certain people no longer feel aligned with your spirit. Why environments you tolerated before now feel too small for who you are becoming. You are outgrowing what once defined you. You are shedding layers the divine never intended for you to carry. And the more you surrender to this sacred process, the more heaven can trust you with what comes next. This is transformation, not passive. It demands awareness. It demands agreement. You cannot fully receive what God is releasing if you are still clinging to what He is lovingly removing. This is the moment to posture your heart. To open your spirit and declare, Lord, I am ready. Ready to be guided. Ready to be healed. Ready to walk away from what drains you, and walk toward what truly aligns with your divine calling. This journey isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming profoundly prepared. Because heaven isn't just transforming you internally, it's preparing to elevate you externally, in ways you cannot yet imagine. Financial doors are positioning themselves. Relational alignments are forming. Supernatural strategies and divine opportunities are being orchestrated around your very name. You may not see them yet, but they are already in motion. The transformation unfolding inside you, this renewed clarity, this newfound strength, this awakened hunger, is the undeniable proof. Chosen one, you are being made ready. The atmosphere around you is shifting. The more your inner world shifts, the more your outer world begins to respond in kind. Doors you thought were sealed tight are starting to loosen. Opportunities once out of reach are gently drifting toward you. People who once overlooked you now sense something profoundly different. An authority, a clarity, a radiant glow that doesn't come from effort, but from presence. This is the evidence of the Holy Spirit working from the inside out. Heaven always touches the root before it touches the branches. What you are stepping into now isn't simply personal improvement, it is spiritual elevation. The divine is rearranging things specifically in your favor. But before God promotes you outwardly, He profoundly matures you inwardly. I've lived through seasons where everything around me looked unchanged, yet something inside felt undeniably different. It wasn't confidence that grew, it was a calling. It wasn't pride, it was undeniable preparation. That's when I learned, transformation is a doorway you must walk through before the blessing can walk toward you. You might already be noticing subtle changes. Your patience is expanding in areas that used to easily trigger you. Your discernment is sharper than it has ever been, cutting through noise with ease. You sense motives, atmospheres, hidden intentions faster than before. You're not imagining it. That's the Holy Spirit refining your spiritual senses. When heaven is about to elevate you, vision becomes clearer, even before circumstances shift. I remember a season where divine discernment sharpened so intensely that conversations, environments, and opportunities felt different. Some felt divinely warm, others, spiritually cold. God taught me to listen with my spirit. Chosen one, you are learning that same profound language now, the language of spiritual alignment, of heavenly timing, of divine yes and divine no. With every new level of awareness, your spirit recognizes what is truly meant for you. This is why old circles are shifting. People you once felt deeply connected to no longer share the same spiritual rhythm. Understand this, it's not rejection, it is divine redirection, a necessary part of your journey. Heaven is protecting the next chapter of your life by quietly removing what cannot follow you into it. And yes, this pruning can feel uncomfortable. You may feel moments of loneliness, confusion, or even grief. Familiar relationships may weaken or dissolve. But hear this truth, separation is often a powerful sign of elevation. When the divine transforms a chosen one, He never allows them to stay surrounded by environments that numb their spirit or dull their identity. Every divine promotion requires a separation from what limits you. Though it stings at first, a deeper peace will begin to rise where people once drained your energy. Embrace this new freedom. The Holy Spirit is also profoundly changing the way you show up in the world. Your decisions now carry more spiritual weight. Your words carry more potent intention. Your very presence carries more divine authority. This is what truly happens when heaven matures someone for influence. I recall seasons where God trained me to speak slower, listen deeper, and act with greater intention. Not because I was weak, but because I was being profoundly prepared. The divine never elevates the unprepared, and He never accelerates the unaligned. This is why your habits are subtly shifting, why your appetite for spiritual things is profoundly growing. Your desire for purpose is intensifying. You're not losing interest in meaningless things, you're gaining profound interest in meaningful things. Chosen one, this is your spirit stepping into deep alignment with divine destiny. And alignment always, always precedes abundance. There is a reason you've been feeling this strong pull to simplify. To pray more. To rest more intentionally. To distance yourself from all those subtle distractions. Heaven is positioning you for a divine transfer. A transfer of peace, clarity, profound provision, supernatural strategy, and yes, undeniable financial elevation. What is coming requires the refined version of you that the divine is building right now. Every adjustment is preparation. Every subtle shift is prophetic. Chosen one, you are not simply being changed, you are being profoundly prepared. As the Holy Spirit continues His powerful work within you, another profound shift will begin to surface. The world around you no longer reacts to you the same way it once did. Some people will be drawn to you with a new sense of respect or profound curiosity. Others will become distant, uncomfortable, or even quietly resentful. Understand this is not a reflection of your worth, but of your undeniable transformation. When the Spirit of God refines you, your very presence begins to expose what is hidden in others. Your profound growth shines a light on what others have ignored in themselves. And light always reveals. Light always disrupts. Light always divides. The transformation inside you is not subtle in the spiritual realm. Heaven sees it. Hell senses it. People around you feel it, even if they don't fully understand it. There is a palpable shift in your atmosphere, a spiritual authority forming, a weight of glory settling on your life. And those who walk in truth will recognize it as divine. Those who walk in pretense will sadly interpret it as a profound threat. I've lived through seasons when my obedience deeply irritated people who preferred the older, dimmer version of me. They didn't resent me, they resented the version of themselves they were unwilling to confront. And you, chosen one, may find yourself experiencing that same strange tension. Embrace it as a sign of progress. People who once applauded you may now pull back. Those who depended on your weakness may feel unsettled by your emerging strengths. People who once belittled your voice may now feel intimidated by your profound clarity. This is what truly happens when the divine elevates your spirit before He elevates your platform. Not everyone will be able to walk with the new you because the new you carries a different spiritual frequency. But hear me, this is not rejection, this is profound refinement. It is heaven pruning your environment so you can bear even more fruit. And yes, it can hurt when people distance themselves or misunderstand you. Or quietly exit your life without explanation. But this too is an essential part of the transformation. When the divine begins to shift you, He also shifts your circle. Not to punish you, but to protect what He is birthing within you. Chosen one, the deeper the calling, the smaller the sacred circle. This is a truth I learned in some of the loneliest seasons of my life. When God was preparing me for breakthrough, He stripped away every voice that could interfere. At the time, I thought I was profoundly losing people. Later, I realized I was gaining incredible clarity. My spirit grew sharper. My discernment deepened. What once felt like isolation became divine insulation. The divine was wrapping me in sacred protection so nothing could dilute the profound work He was doing within me. You may be feeling that same powerful insulation now. Trust this feeling implicitly. Conversations that once energized you now subtly drain you. Environments you once tolerated now irritate your spirit. Relationships you once fought to preserve now feel misaligned or shallow. This is the Holy Spirit heightening your discernment. You are sensing what your spirit outgrew long before your emotions admitted it. And the moment your spirit recognizes misalignment, it becomes impossible to remain comfortable in places where God is no longer powerfully present. This is also the season when your spiritual sensitivity begins to sharpen in ways you may not have experienced before. You will feel the weight of words before they are spoken. You will discern intentions that contradict behavior. You will pick up on spiritual atmospheres the way others pick up on weather patterns. You will instinctively know when the divine is saying, go, wait, or leave. This sensitivity is not a burden, it is a profound sign. It's a sign that heaven is preparing you for sacred stewardship. The next chapter of your life requires a version of you who can hear God clearly, move with divine wisdom, and walk in undeniable authority. And that is precisely what the Holy Spirit is developing within you. This sharpening is not random. It is not emotional. It is not overthinking. It is divine training. Prophetic training. Supernatural equipping. Equipping for a season where heaven will trust you with more than you have ever carried before. And yes, with this new profound sensitivity comes a deeper, more immovable peace. Not the fragile, fleeting kind. Not the peace that depends on perfect circumstances, but a deep, immovable peace that anchors you when storms rise around you. A peace that whispers, God is here, even when you don't understand the path ahead. I've walked through storms that should have utterly destroyed me, but peace became my unfailing life raft. In the quiet, God strengthened me. In the silence, God guided me. In the stillness, God transformed me. Chosen one, that same profound peace is settling on you now. A peace that cannot be bought. A peace that cannot be faked. A peace that cannot be shaken by the opinions of people or the instability of circumstances. This peace is the undeniable mark of transformation. It is the sacred seal of heaven over your life. And with that deep, abiding peace comes undeniable, powerful purpose. Embrace your purpose. As the Holy Spirit continues His refining work, a stage emerges where inner shifts affect not only your spirit, but your behavior, desires, temperament, and even your emotional patterns. This is where God touches deeper layers of identity. The places you've protected, the habits you've normalized, the reactions you've justified, the cycles you thought were just part of you. This is where transformation becomes real, not a concept, but a lived, powerful experience. This is the stage many fear because it requires profound honesty and deep self-reflection. It requires allowing God into the parts of your character shaped by wounds, survival, loneliness, or past trauma. Yet, it carries the greatest reward. Because it sets the foundation for supernatural growth, divine authority, and sustainable blessing. God isn't simply preparing you for a moment, He's preparing you for a lifetime of profound purpose. Your desires will begin to shift. Things that once entertained you now feel profoundly empty. Environments that once excited you now feel draining. Conversations you used to engage in now feel beneath the sacred calling on your life. You start craving honesty, depth, purity, and peace. Though this shift may confuse you at first, it is the Holy Spirit reordering your appetite. When heaven prepares to elevate a chosen one, the first thing God transforms is not your circumstances, it is your profound cravings. This is where self-control, discipline, and spiritual maturity begin to powerfully bloom. Not through strict effort, but through supernatural renewal. You will catch yourself pausing before reacting, choosing silence instead of conflict. Walking away from drama that once consumed you, feeling uncomfortable with gossip, negativity, or dishonor. You'll notice patience rising where impatience once lived. Compassion flowing where frustration used to dominate. And inner strength emerging where fear once ruled. Chosen one, these are not mere personality changes, these are profound spiritual changes. This is the Holy Spirit mastering what once deeply mastered you. I've experienced this transformation firsthand, and I remember the confusion. Moments when I didn't understand why I suddenly lost interest in certain behaviors or relationships. It felt like something was wrong with me. Later, I realized nothing was wrong. Everything was profoundly right. God was detoxing my spirit. God was cleansing my mind. God was elevating my emotional intelligence. God was purifying my motives. Gently, quietly, consistently. And chosen one, that is exactly what He is doing in you. As this transformation deepens, you will also begin to notice the fruit of the Spirit developing in your daily life, not as a checklist, but a natural byproduct. A natural byproduct of profound inner renewal. Love begins to flow more freely, not just toward those who treat you well, but even toward those who once hurt you. Joy begins to rise from within, unburdened by situations. Peace settles in your heart even in moments of profound uncertainty. Patience grows in your interactions. Kindness softens your tone. Goodness shapes your decisions. Faithfulness anchors your commitments. Gentleness influences your approach. Self-control defines your boundaries. These fruits don't grow because life gets easier, they grow because you are getting profoundly stronger. This is why emotional triggers that once controlled you now start to weaken, losing their power over you. This is why cycles you thought you'd never break begin losing power. Why people who used to manipulate your emotions no longer succeed. Transformation changes the very way you powerfully respond to life's challenges. You are entering a season where your presence will speak before your words do. People will observe the profound peace radiating from you. They will sense the clarity in your decisions. They will notice the elevation in your character. They will feel the authority in your spirit, even if they cannot fully explain it. When the divine profoundly transforms the inside, the outside cannot possibly stay the same. But here's where most chosen ones struggle. Not everyone will celebrate this powerful new version of you. Some will admire you. Some will respect you. But others will feel deeply threatened. Not because you are doing anything wrong, but because your transformation exposes their stagnation. Your peace confronts their chaos. Your profound growth reveals their refusal to grow. Your self-control highlights their lack of discipline. Chosen one, transformation will inevitably cost you people. Be prepared for this reality. Some will drift quietly. Some will act distant. Some will profoundly misunderstand you. Some will even accuse you of changing too much or acting different. But grasp this profound truth with your whole spirit, you are not changing too much. They are simply staying the same. You are simply rising into profound alignment with your calling. And as the divine removes misaligned relationships, He creates sacred space for truly divine connections. Connections that strengthen instead of drain. Connections that bring profound clarity instead of confusion. Connections with people who see who you are becoming, not just who you used to be. These are the people who will walk with you into your magnificent next season. But do not fear the loss. God never subtracts without powerfully preparing to multiply. As you shift into this new profound identity, you will learn another powerful lesson: peace is incredibly expensive. And you can no longer afford to spend it carelessly. This is why the Holy Spirit is teaching you sacred boundaries. Teaching you when to speak and when to stay quietly still. Teaching you when to walk away. Teaching you when to protect your precious energy. Teaching you that not every battle truly deserves your engagement. Peace becomes your profound compass. Discernment becomes your impenetrable shield. Wisdom becomes your unwavering guardrail. This profound transformation is not about achieving perfection, it is about achieving powerful preparation. God is preparing you to receive blessings that require emotional maturity, spiritual steadiness, and immense mental strength. He is shaping you into someone who can handle favor without collapsing. Someone who can navigate open doors without self-sabotage. Someone who can sustain the supernatural transfer powerfully coming your way. Chosen one, the Holy Spirit is not just altering your behavior. He is profoundly expanding your capacity, powerfully stabilizing your identity, and undeniably elevating your inner world. You are being refined for true greatness. You are being shaped for divine destiny. You are being prepared for blessing, both inside and out. As we step deeper into this journey, another layer of revelation will rise in your spirit. A recognition of purpose. A recognition that everything God has been doing inside of you is leading to something far greater than personal healing or inner peace. It is leading you directly into your profound purpose, your true assignment. Not the vague, abstract purpose many talk about, but the real, tangible assignment heaven wrote over your life before you ever took your first breath. You were never meant to simply exist or drift. You were never meant to settle or just survive life's storms with no understanding of why they came. Every challenge, every disappointment, every wilderness season, every breakthrough, every battle, all of it has been profoundly shaping you. Shaping you for a calling that is now powerfully beginning to awaken inside you. This awakening is holy. It is intentional. It is heaven declaring, now, chosen one, your time has finally come. As this awakening unfolds, you may notice a new level of restlessness stirring within you. Not the restlessness of anxiety, but the profound restlessness of destiny. A spiritual nudge refusing to let you shrink back. Refusing to let you shrink back into old patterns or old versions of yourself. You sense that something more is powerfully calling. You feel a quiet pull toward greater responsibility, deeper purpose, and higher spiritual alignment. This is not imagination. This is divine preparation. I've walked through this awakening myself. Moments when I couldn't explain why I suddenly felt unsatisfied with things I used to tolerate, why mediocrity became unbearable. Why stagnation felt suffocating. At the time it felt like a personal crisis. Now I understand it was a profound spiritual awakening. The Holy Spirit refusing to let me stay in a version of myself too small for my destiny. And chosen one, I say this with profound certainty, that same powerful awakening is happening in you right now. This is the season when God begins shifting the focus of your prayers in a powerful way. You no longer ask simply for comfort, you ask for profound clarity. You no longer pray merely for provision, you pray for divine strategy. You no longer seek escape, you seek powerful expansion. Your spirit is maturing. Your desires are aligning. Your perspective is widening. This is precisely what it feels like when profound purpose begins to take powerful root. Once purpose starts to awaken within you, everything in your life begins to reorganize itself. Your standards rise. Your boundaries sharpen. Your discipline profoundly increases. You begin to powerfully identify what truly nurtures your spirit and what subtly drains it. You feel an urgent need to simplify your life. To eliminate distractions and profoundly refocus your energy. You begin saying no to things you once said yes to without hesitation. You begin saying yes to things that once felt profoundly intimidating. This is not random. This is divine realignment. Purpose requires powerful alignment, and alignment requires profound pruning. This is why God is gently pulling you away from environments that stunt your growth. This is why certain relationships feel distant now. This is why old habits feel incompatible with the powerful person you are becoming. God is refining everything around you to precisely match what He is activating within you. And yes, this refinement can feel uncomfortable. Purpose will always profoundly stretch you before it settles you. It will powerfully push you out of complacency. It will challenge your subtle excuses. It will expose insecurities and demand that you bravely confront them. But it will also powerfully unlock confidence, profound resilience, and unwavering courage you didn't know lived inside you. Chosen one, you will begin noticing a deeper level of courage powerfully rising in your spirit. The kind of courage that makes you willing to take steps you once profoundly avoided. The kind that teaches you to trust God's voice even when the path ahead isn't fully revealed. The kind that whispers, move anyway. Believe anyway. Step anyway. This is divine courage. Not mere human boldness, but profound spiritual boldness rooted in your true identity. As this courage grows, you also begin to sense a new level of sacred responsibility. Something inside you profoundly knows that the calling on your life is not casual. That you were chosen for more than mere survival. That you carry something sacred heaven intends to powerfully release into the world. You may feel this responsibility pressing on your heart in unexpected moments, during prayer, in silence, while journaling, or even during daily routines. It feels like a quiet weight, but it is holy. It is the profound weight of destiny. Understand this: purpose always requires profound preparation, and preparation always powerfully comes before promotion. God will never open a door until He knows you can handle what's behind it. This is why He has been profoundly strengthening you, deeply disciplining you, powerfully reshaping your mind, and gently deepening your character. He's building the version of you who can carry blessing without losing self. Who can carry influence without compromising integrity, and opportunity without collapsing under pressure. I've learned through experience that God releases blessings in proportion to our profound readiness. There were seasons when I prayed for increase, but heaven held it back. Not because I was unworthy, but because I was unprepared. Looking back, I'm profoundly grateful for the wait. The wait made me wiser. The pruning made me humble. The process made me strong enough to carry what I once would have dropped. Chosen one, the same is powerfully happening in your life right now. God is preparing you for profound opportunities that require emotional maturity, spiritual depth, and divine strategy. He is shaping you into someone who can handle abundance with grace, purpose with wisdom, and influence with humility. As this preparation profoundly deepens, you will begin to sense heaven's powerful rhythm guiding you. You'll feel divine timing in your spirit. You'll recognize when God is saying, move, wait, or prepare. You'll notice divine coincidences, conversations, open doors, unexpected confirmations signaling that something is powerfully shifting in your favor. Chosen one, your purpose is truly awakening. Your destiny is powerfully approaching. Your transformation is profoundly aligning you with your divine assignment. You are being shaped not just to rise, but to lead. Not just to be blessed, but to powerfully become a blessing. Not just to walk in purpose, but to fulfill it with heavenly precision. You are in your becoming season, and heaven is powerfully preparing the path before you. As your inner world expands, spiritual senses sharpen. Another dimension of transformation reveals itself, the moment God starts shifting not only your identity, habits, or relationships, but your profound capacity for influence and impactful impact. This is where destiny quietly takes shape. You begin to sense that you were not just saved or preserved, but uniquely positioned for something far greater than the life you once accepted. Your story is about to powerfully collide with purpose, redefining your future. This stage is delicate. It's holy. It's where heaven starts powerfully downloading thoughts, ideas, visions, and sacred instructions into your spirit. Sometimes as sudden clarity, sometimes as persistent nudges you can't ignore. And while others around you may be chaotic or spiritually asleep, you feel yourself being powerfully awakened with precision. That is the undeniable mark of someone God is preparing to profoundly elevate. Embrace this awakening. This is also the profound phase where God starts teaching you how to carry responsibility with grace. He begins to powerfully refine how you think, how you organize, how you respond, how you steward your time, resources, emotions. You are being powerfully formed into someone who can be profoundly entrusted with more power, more influence, more wisdom, more provision, more authority. Heaven is not just blessing you, heaven is powerfully building you. I've walked through seasons where God increased my responsibilities long before He increased my platform. At the time it felt like pressure. Now I see it for what it truly was: divine training. Powerful conditioning. Conditioning me for the weight of the next powerful level. And chosen one, that is exactly what He is doing in your life right now. The uncomfortable stretching you feel is not punishment, it is powerful preparation. As this transformation profoundly deepens, something else begins to powerfully happen. Your spirit becomes more synchronized with God's perfect timing. You start powerfully recognizing when to move and when to wait patiently. You begin sensing divine windows, those rare, sacred moments when heaven powerfully aligns circumstances, people, and opportunities with perfect precision. And when those windows powerfully open, blessing flows freely. Chosen one, pay close attention. In this season, you are not just being prepared for spiritual growth, you are being prepared for profound divine opportunity. Heaven is positioning you for powerful moments of acceleration. Moments where one act of profound obedience can unlock years of divine favor. You may even begin to experience small, unexpected breakthroughs, unexpected provision, divine connections, sudden clarity, surprising open doors. These are powerful signs that the atmosphere around your life is rapidly shifting. They are subtle whispers of what is powerfully coming. But with new profound opportunity comes new spiritual warfare. Be aware of this. And this is precisely why the Holy Spirit has been powerfully strengthening you. When you are close to stepping into your profound purpose, distractions will intensely magnify. Old insecurities may try to resurface. Old cycles may attempt to powerfully repeat. Old fears may try to reclaim territory in your mind. But do not be intimidated. Resistance does not mean retreat. It means you are profoundly close to your breakthrough. The enemy always fights hardest when a chosen one is powerfully near breakthrough. This is also the stage when God begins to profoundly purify your vision. He removes what fogs your clarity, silences the noise around you. He powerfully reduces the voices profoundly influencing you. Not everyone can advise a chosen one. And not everyone truly should. As your purpose becomes clearer, your circle becomes powerfully smaller. Not because of pride, but because of powerful precision. Some people were assigned to your past. Others are assigned to your profound process. But only a precious few will be assigned to your divine purpose. And this powerful clarity is a sacred gift. You begin to powerfully recognize what truly deserves your energy and what no longer does. You begin to powerfully distinguish between distraction and divine direction. You begin to feel intuitively where God is powerfully leading you next. Chosen one, you are not wandering. You are being powerfully guided. You are not confused. You are being profoundly awakened. You are not behind. You are being profoundly aligned. This is a holy season, a prophetic season, a season where your spirit is being powerfully shaped to carry what your prayers have been faithfully asking for. Heaven is preparing you for divine fulfillment. As you continue walking through this sacred transformation, another layer of profound revelation begins to rise within your spirit. It is the understanding that everything you've endured, survived, and been reshaped by is leading toward assignment. Not just personal growth, not just emotional healing, but divine assignment, your sacred role in God's greater story. The part you were born to powerfully play long before the world ever knew your precious name. Destiny is not abstract. It's not mystical. It is deeply intentional. And heaven has been powerfully weaving it into every single chapter of your life. The Holy Spirit has been preparing you not only to stand stronger, but to stand powerfully sent. You were not chosen just to endure life. You were chosen to profoundly impact it. You were not anointed just to survive battles. You were anointed to powerfully shift atmospheres, carry revelation, and release change. wherever God profoundly positions you. In this season, you may feel a new sense of sacred responsibility stirring within you. A powerful desire to speak life into others, a pull to help uplift or encourage someone struggling. A sudden, profound compassion for people you once overlooked. These are not random emotions. They are prophetic signals. Heaven is powerfully activating your profound purpose. I remember when this activation began in me. It didn't start with grand platforms or major opportunities. It started in small, quiet moments, consoling someone at the perfect time, offering wisdom that surprised even me, sensing when someone needed prayer without a word. At the time, I didn't realize it was powerful training. Now I know it was God awakening the calling muscle inside me. And chosen one, that is exactly what is powerfully happening to you right now. As the Holy Spirit profoundly refines your heart, your compassion deepens. As He powerfully sharpens your vision, your wisdom expands. As He profoundly strengthens your spirit, your courage naturally grows. You are stepping into a version of yourself that is spiritually mature, emotionally grounded, and prophetically sensitive. Heaven is shaping you into someone who powerfully carries impact naturally, someone whose life speaks even before your words do. But with this powerful awakening comes a new kind of sacred spiritual responsibility. You will begin to feel a weight, not a burden, but a holy seriousness about your life. Your choices matter differently now. Your habits matter, your environments matter, your associations matter. Every single decision is powerfully shaping the vessel you are profoundly becoming. This is profound refinement with a powerful purpose. Heaven is preparing you for powerful influence. Not necessarily fame or visibility, but profound impact. And impact powerfully begins in the inner world long before it fully manifests in the outer world. Trust this process. You may notice that your spirit is becoming more powerfully sensitive to dishonesty, negativity, or manipulation. This is not oversensitivity, it is profound discernment. You may find conversations lacking depth feel draining. This is not disinterest, it is profound elevation. You may feel yourself powerfully pulled towards solitude or quiet reflection. This is not isolation, it is sacred consecration. In this season, God is powerfully defining who you are. He's also profoundly defining who you are not. And sometimes clarity comes through powerful contrast. The more you profoundly transform, the more obvious it becomes what no longer belongs in your life. The more powerfully aligned you become, the more misalignment becomes profoundly impossible to tolerate. This is precisely how profound purpose powerfully shapes your true identity. Chosen one, what is emerging inside you is not merely change. It is profound calling. You are being powerfully shaped into a vessel that can carry spiritual authority with humility, divine insight with grace, and supernatural blessing with profound responsibility. God trusts you with more. And with that powerful trust comes profound release. Soon you will notice doors powerfully opening that you didn't knock on. Opportunities powerfully forming that you didn't chase. Conversations powerfully unfolding that you didn't orchestrate. This is not coincidence, this is divine orchestration. Heaven is profoundly aligning your steps with the magnificent future you were destined for. But hear this clearly, purpose will always stretch you beyond your comfort zone. It will ask you to powerfully rise when you feel unprepared. It will call you to speak when you'd rather stay silent. It will invite you into rooms your insecurities tell you you're not ready for. Yet, heaven has equipped you. As you step closer to your divine assignment, you will feel a growing sense of spiritual courage, an inner boldness that does not come from personality, but from God's powerful presence, the Holy Spirit's presence. You are learning to powerfully rely on Him, not your own strength. This is the season where you stop shrinking and start powerfully standing. Where you stop doubting and start powerfully discerning. You embrace your calling. Chosen one, you are stepping into divine purpose with a renewed spirit, a refined identity, and a strengthened heart. Heaven has powerfully prepared you. Heaven has profoundly shaped you. Heaven is about to powerfully position you. Where you are not only being transformed, but you are being powerfully commissioned. As you step deeper into this supernatural transformation, something extraordinary begins to powerfully crystallize inside you. The profound understanding that your life is no longer moving according to human timing, but divine timing. You begin to powerfully sense that heaven is accelerating certain areas of your life while slowing others down. You feel it profoundly in your spirit. This is not random, this is divine alignment. This is powerful orchestration. This is God profoundly positioning you with precision for a level of breakthrough you could not have stepped into earlier. In this sacred stage, you will begin to powerfully notice divine patterns forming around you, patterns of timing, patterns of confirmation, patterns of profound opportunity. A conversation once insignificant now carries revelation. A moment of stillness becomes a doorway to profound clarity. A delay you once profoundly resented becomes the very powerful interruption that saves you from a wrong path. These are not coincidences, these are heavenly fingerprints. Signs that the Holy Spirit is powerfully guiding you step by step, not allowing you to miss what truly belongs to you. As your awareness powerfully heightens, you will notice how much God has been powerfully protecting you. Not just from harm, but from premature exposure, from people not aligned with your calling, from environments that would have powerfully weakened your spirit, from opportunities that were impressive but not divine. You may look back and see that some things you desperately wanted, prayed for, or chased were actually too small for the powerful person you were becoming. God didn't say no, He profoundly said, not enough. When heaven is powerfully preparing you for a divine transfer, spiritual, emotional, financial, or relational, He will not allow you to remain tied to anything that limits your profound inheritance. He will remove draining cycles. He will powerfully strip away relationships that dim your vision. He will powerfully close doors that contradict His plan. Though some losses felt painful, you will soon see them as profound protection, leading to liberation. I've lived through these seasons. Everything I thought I needed fell apart, only for God to reveal later He was clearing space for something greater. It felt like loss. Looking back, it was profound liberation. God was removing counterfeits to powerfully release the authentic. He was dismantling the familiar to usher in the divine. And if you look carefully, chosen one, you will see He has been doing the same in your precious life. In this powerful stage, expect heaven to refine your sensitivity to divine timing. You will know instinctively when something is profoundly yours and when something is not. This inner compass is the Holy Spirit powerfully guiding you. This is also the season when God begins to powerfully reveal your spiritual authority. Authority that comes not from titles or recognition, but from profound transformation, from walking through fires that changed you. You carry authority because you have survived battles that strengthened you. You carry authority because you have surrendered to a process others ran from. This authority is quiet but profoundly powerful. Heaven has marked you. And now, in this final stretch of transformation, God begins powerfully aligning your external world with your internal growth. The shift on the inside has prepared the way for a powerful shift on the outside. Opportunities you couldn't have handled before now feel profoundly aligned. Blessings that once seemed overwhelming now feel powerfully natural. Paths that were once invisible now appear brilliantly illuminated. This is divine timing unfolding. The manifestation of everything God promised but waited to release until you were mature enough to carry it. Be sensitive in this season. This is your moment to move with powerful intention. Your decisions matter now more than ever. Because they profoundly shape the trajectory of your calling. The Holy Spirit will powerfully guide you, but you must remain open, prayerful, and discerning. Trust what you feel. Your discernment has earned its profound strength. You stand now at the edge of purpose, the edge of destiny, the edge of the very life God has been powerfully preparing you for. This is your crossing over season, where transformation becomes powerful activation. Where calling becomes movement, where faith becomes powerful manifestation. But hear this final truth with your whole spirit: you are ready. Ready for the responsibility, ready for the blessing, ready for the profound opportunity. Ready for the divine transfer powerfully assigned to your name. Everything you lost will find its divine replacement. Everything you suffered will be woven into profound purpose. Everything you prayed for will begin to powerfully align. You are stepping into a life that powerfully matches the person God has profoundly shaped you to become. Walk forward with confidence. Heaven goes with you. Your transformation is complete, and your elevation has already begun.